Everybody looking out for themselves, and everybody got a truth to tell. Everybody got a book they want to sell to everyone else. Everybody got their own agenda, everybody wants you to buy. And no one gives a fuck if their bullshit hustle makes somebody end their life. Oh, I just wanna make money, just wanna make money, don't care in the end who it turns to a friend or foe, or what it does to the folks I know. I just wanna make money, just wanna make money. Who knows what it'll cost in the end? I'll deal with that then. Everybody thinks that they speak for everybody, thinks that they are smart. But everybody's always looking for answers, nobody knows where to start. Everybody thinks someone should save them, but nobody comes to their call. And everybody thinks that they have the fix to finally mend it all. Oh, I just wanna make money, just wanna make money, don't care in the end who it turns to a friend or foe, or what it does to the folks I know. I just wanna make money, just wanna make money. Who knows what it'll cost in the end? I'll deal with that then. Oh, I just wanna make money, just wanna make money, don't care in the end who it turns to a friend or foe, or what it does to the folks I know. I just wanna make money, just wanna make money. Who knows what it'll cost in the end? I'll deal with that then. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. It's time. We must get back into some Ace Attorney and solve this mystery. Because Edgeworth once again finds himself in a rather suspicious, rather compromising position, if I say so myself. Now, of course, we know it wasn't. But Ruby. Anyway, let's get rocking and rolling. And I want to try to finish this episode today, hopefully. So that's the plan. Ooh, gallery. What's that? I know it's rough. Enter gallery. Contains story spoilers. Press enter to close this warning. Recreate scenes with new settings and characters. Interesting. Alright, anyway. Yeah, this one's real fishy. I'm not really sure what exactly happened. I'm very suspicious of this Marshall guy. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Well, frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their clients. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoings. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But, like, the antithesis of her. Because what the hell? Oops. And that is... You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh, there's a lot of courtrooms. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path that I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office. Wow, he's so much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Ms. Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name's Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Ha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. All right, y'all, here comes the first ad break for the day. It'll be about 3 minutes, and then we'll be free for an hour. Appreciate y'all hanging tight through the ads, and we will get back to well, we're going to keep going, but I'll see you in a few minutes, all right? Appreciate you. Peace. Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Cool.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Mrs. Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Oh boy. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Oh, what the... Hold on, let me check this. I gotta look all this over again. Okay, name of deceased, Bruce Goodman. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 and 5:30. Loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Okay, so this is just the actual testimony. Hopefully I'll be able to press and get something. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. I definitely think, I'm thinking it was her and Marshall who were in on it. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate y'all. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, what do you mean by that? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
You gotta press. Her boyfriend is Hunt. Or not Hunt, Marshall, right? This boyfriend. He's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Here to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Yes. I'm shocked we didn't go in there. Oh well. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
Allegedly.
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What? Yeah, okay.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, sharp as a tack.
Alright.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
By garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like...
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. Could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over, and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only now seeing this photograph just now? I added a couple extra nows there. Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
A block. Wait. Interesting. The barrels are not knocked over yet. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Wait a second. Was she? Nope, not that one. Huh. Was she?
Objection!
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Skye stab the victim with the knife. Well, you said she was holding it in her right hand at that moment. And as I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this.
Look at this photograph!
This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection I've ever heard. That had to be the weakest objection I've... Fucking A. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection!
And how can you tell that? Blood spatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white. But it's a black and white photograph.
Ah, yes. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. No problem. Except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take this kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Yes. Object. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? And if you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Objection!
But premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? Maybe because she was collecting evidence? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Ugh. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Let's see, do I have anything I can use to counteract it? Express. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? Or what if she stumbled across the murder and, you know, as head prosecutor was like, oh shit, I need to collect evidence. Let me put on some gloves so I don't fuck this shit up. Objection! I'm just saying, that makes complete sense. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Okay. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like don't smile like that. Excuse me. Somehow I always knew we pressed that. I think we forgot to press. Not this one. The next one, I think. My bad. Yeah, so we've gone through this. Let me skip through this real quick. Yes, the whole cheese bit, Lamau. Alright, we did this because that's how we got this. I need to prove this wasn't planned. Okay. Does this do it? Memo found in the victim's car. Goodman, 765-12. I'm gonna try this, cause like, maybe? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Oh, fuck. Oh, really? Alright, let me think here. Yeah, that did not. Let's see. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 and 5:30. Chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. This? Maybe? Objection! The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Shit. Fuck. I must be on the wrong track. Alright, well, let me save, because I am not doing so hot. Hmm. What? Sir. Huh, 6, 7, 5, 12, 2. Oh.
Objection!
Because she didn't have a weapon, right? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Let's with this case. Oh, fuck. The defendant. Okay, I don't think. Mommy, the prosecutor's bad people. Lol. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh! The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Oh no, she dropped the bento.
Order, order, order.
Great, now the tide's turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Well, don't count your chickens before they hatch. I can absolutely still shit the bed here. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Ah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was all planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Nice. Thank you for giving me another contradiction to exploit.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Alright, so I'm gonna just jump to the case right here. You say again and again and again. I say wrong. You say he stabbed him again and again. She stabbed him. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Well, what do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wow. Wow. I see how it is. Damn.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
I was the one who presented this. Damn. Yeah. What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Uh-oh. Thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
What? Her... What? The fuck is a red muffler? Oh, thank God. Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can easily be hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib.
A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Star isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell.
Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something's half-baked here, all right. And it's you. Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. How do you know that? You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on. You could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness?
Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
Okay, Gump. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. You never explained it. What the fuck? Oh, we did this already, yeah. But this doesn't explain anything. But wait. Okay. Again, and like, none of this explains how she knows that they have the grudge. Anyway. We gonna do this again. And I'm gonna press... Okay, anyway. So... Your Honor, that statement contradicts this. Fuck. Let's see. All right, so let me look at the evidence here. So we need to find a contradiction. Oh, she's not wearing the scarf. Okay, we got it. We are so in, y'all. We got this.
Objection!
Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Damn. Y'all are supposed to be on the same side.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr.
Edgeworth prevails.
That was my objection. Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well. Witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim? This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Sense? Also, I'm really enjoying the puzzle in this one so far. It's like perfect. It's challenging. I gotta like think about some stuff, but it's not like, yeah, some of the puzzles in the finale one were a little obtuse to me. This is perfect. I'm enjoying this a lot.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition of
Fucking A.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
But weren't you on the other side of the fence? I think so.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confess.
Fuck me. Why am I having so much trouble today?
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Yeah, I think most of us are.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist.
Oh, except for that one guy. Did any of you hear about that dude who intentionally got himself bitten by venomous snakes so much that he's just immune? And I think they like are using his blood to generate like synthetic anti-venom or something. It's wild. Anyway.
She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
Ah, so that's when the drum gets kicked over. An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr!
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
All right. I'm gonna just press everything, but I do want. Oh, actually, off to her side. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna press here. And the next one, I want to show the map. So, where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure
she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
I'm gonna press first, actually. And then I'm gonna circle back and hit him with the map. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. Definitely. She about to contradict herself here. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor. Thus, she was parked in B block. So, you witnessed the murder from here.
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Star?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Her story's falling apart.
Amazing. The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Exactly. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So, how did Miss Sky not get away? Exactly. She mentioned the muffler. I didn't catch that the first time. All right, I want to know what she said about the muffler. What did she ask? Have you seen my muffler? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
That is accurate. Interesting. Her phone? She can't mean. Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately,
Ultimately,
my memory. It's like salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
that's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. She totally just stumbled across the crime scene and got implicated in this shit. She was trying to call for help, I bet.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Lana's cell phone updated court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Huh. Okay. How is that gonna come into... Did she hide something in the muffler, maybe?
You saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead.
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pockets. And during that time,
you climbed over the chain link fence.
then when I boldly grabbed her arm, chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
You couldn't have seen her try the phone. Not the first one, at least.
Objection!
Because the wall is 6 feet tall. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, Who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
Oof. I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
What if I just give her like a deep-ass voice when she gets mad? And I'll make you cough it all up. Well, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Order, order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw. She lied about what she saw. In other words, oh fuck no, it was definitely where she saw it, wasn't it? Fuck. Fuck. No, but how could she couldn't have gotten the photo unless she was in B block. Well, we don't see the fence in this photo, do we? No, we do. So she is on the other side of the fence. Okay, I think I picked right then. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone.
It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical.
What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox?
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that?
Huh?
Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? Doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant?
Fuck. Oh, dang, she's right.
I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone.
I see no room for doubt here.
You ordered the patooey on rice, right?
Mr. Wright, and I thought you had something there.
One more try. I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told this court. Here's the... Okay. I really can't afford to get this wrong. Where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Wait, what?
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard up till now points in one direction. She had to have been on the other end, but then how did she get the photo? Oh, the security room, right? This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
And how did she get this photo? Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yes, I remember that too. That's why I picked it. Well, Miss Starr,
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
Order, order! Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
the guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? Doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Objection!
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us... Oh, wrong voice.
So tell us, what was her reason, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
This star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. What? What would change? The angle of view to the crime. Oh, I gotta save in case I game over here. Alright, I think it's this. Why? The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important. Why?
The photo. Oh, fuck.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Damn, we failed.
The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Damn. Failed. Good thing I saved. I was so confident about that I almost didn't save. Could you imagine? I'm having a rough go of this one. Okay. So, this is a fact, though. I disagree that that is not a good argument. But I'm gonna go with this. This was the other one that my intuition was saying is so. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plan and it's quite clear. Damn, really? The distance between the scene of the crime, I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
And watched your boyfriend take the photo? This is strange. This is very strange.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene. The door, it was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
There's no fucking way you could have caught her then. Especially if you're running,
That's quite the detour.
especially if you're running all the way there. Like,
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes.
so again,
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. And the point is a wonderful invention. Oh, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this?
I don't know.
I should have saved. 5 minutes between the 5 minutes between the witnessing of a murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente,
I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
a 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act in this way. It's inconceivable.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony.
Let's go. That was tough.
Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated the witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
Yeah, no joke. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Damn.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies. We have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Whoa, a triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time?
should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention it? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. She got a veritable harem of boyfriends, huh? We got another ad break coming, then we'll be free for an hour. Please hang tight. Appreciate you. Please don't leave. Please don't leave.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
No.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really?
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Yeah, why didn't you? Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the court? Tell the truth.
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence? When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This when the suspect is admitting she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you sticking by during the ad break. It means a lot.
See, this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more lunchboxes than gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's.
So, you brought it to the forensics department?
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used it to be a detective.
The shoe doesn't appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman?
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
You can't say for sure that blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of blood types with all blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was gonna say that.
The shoe proves it. It's flawless. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Huh.
There's blood here too.
On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood. It's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue.
This blood. It's my sister's, right?
It appears so. Anna's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis.
Can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yes. You always gotta bluff. McGruff. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes? You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence.
I'm gonna do this. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of his shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. So why is it only on the bottom? What could be possibly contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? Shit. That's a great question. Bada bing. No. Chest wound. I'm gonna present this. I don't know, man. I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Ugh.
Would you like a grinder? Or a grind from the heel of my boot, Mr. Wright?
Damn. Alright, so it wasn't that, obviously. All right, let's see. Yes, there is a problem. Can I save? So it's not this. It literally has to be that. So I was... Oh, wait. No. You got a point. That's right. I'm going to try this time and see how that goes. The problem with this evidence is here. Where? Ah, fuck. No. Okay, so it's not that. So it is the bottom of the shoe. Okay, so why? There's quite a bit of blood. Right. Huh. Why is it contradictory? Because the problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found on the scene of the crime? There we go. I had a feeling it had something to do with that photo. I'm glad that hunch was right. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! 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 Well, witness.
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
because he wasn't killed there. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it. Yeah, what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspects.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean?
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Roar! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe ties her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There's no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
But wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this.
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Oh, Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Ooh, and the muffler. You see the muffler.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, at least the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem in this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Fuck, I can't save. Fuck. Fuck, please be right. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something pointing out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part of on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Save her.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to in the case.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court?
Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Yeah.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Damn.
Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Ooh, that was close. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? My save files are a fucking mess. Okay, I'm gonna call it here for today. I'm enjoying this one. This is probably so far, honestly, my favorite episode of the game so far. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. And you know, maybe we'll pick up on Saturday and continue this over the weekend to wrap it up. We'll see. But regardless, I really appreciate you being here, spending some of your precious time with me. I hope you have a great weekend, and if I don't see you tomorrow,
Everybody looking out for themselves, and everybody got a truth to tell. Everybody got a book they want to sell to everyone else. Everybody got their own agenda, everybody wants you to buy. And no one gives a fuck if their bullshit hustle makes somebody end their life. Oh, I just wanna make money, just wanna make money, don't care in the end who it turns to a friend or foe, or what it does to the folks I know. I just wanna make money, just wanna make money. Who knows what it'll cost in the end? I'll deal with that then. Everybody thinks that they speak for everybody, thinks that they are smart. But everybody's always looking for answers, nobody knows where to start. Everybody thinks someone should save them, but nobody comes to their call. And everybody thinks that they have the fix to finally mend it all. Oh, I just wanna make money, just wanna make money, don't care in the end who it turns to a friend or foe, or what it does to the folks I know. I just wanna make money, just wanna make money. Who knows what it'll cost in the end? I'll deal with that then. Oh, I just wanna make money, just wanna make money, don't care in the end who it turns to a friend or foe, or what it does to the